So, I guess in reality, we basically have our own little families. We have, you know, we have the president, and then we have our own immediate family. And that's really all we care about. So, the hope is to change that. The hope is to make us less survivalist. The hope is to create a less survivalist killing dynamic where we have the majority of the things that we need. I think that'd be a really good goal to have. Because that's what it is at the end of the day. You're not going to help your fucking neighbor. I mean, you might, if you're good, right? If you have everything. But at the end of the day, it's what is it? What is it when you go to sleep at night? It's your family. And you have to be able to work in the system. And you're just basically living day to day and hoping that the system doesn't fail. That's a horrible thing. And we've come from this too. We've come from this. The wars, the world wars, World War One, World War Two, the Civil War. It's not supposed to be all stress-free, but at the same time, you're not supposed to fear collapse. I think that's a good goal. We could have a future where we're inevitably worrying about societal collapse, and a societal collapse is looming. We could have a future like that. We could have a future where we start eating dogs. We could have a future like that. Make a law. You can now eat dogs. So I think we're doing ourselves a disservice by staying in our own little realms. My family is the only thing that's important to me. Because what does that do? You've seen all the movies. You've seen everybody fighting each other. Oh, not enough room in my bunker. You've seen how people really act when it comes down to it. You can't trust nobody. So I feel like a good future would be making sure that we don't have to trust everyone. Like, in a sense of we dampen down this survivalist instinct, or it's you or it's me, you know. You can do this with housing, a stronger Fed. You can do this by idolizing the nurses and the doctors. You can do this by not giving a fuck about who can run a ball down a yard. You can do that. You can shift these things. I know you can. Who gives a fuck, you know? And but you can change this. You really can. I know you can. We're not prone to. We like entertainment. We used to watch people kill each other, so. But at the same time, this like looming, impending collapse, I think is a good thing to sort of have. Because you're stressing out about it anyways, aren't you? You know, you're worrying about, well, I gotta get this here, this here, this here, then this here, and this here, and I gotta go here, and then I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I go to sleep, I wake up, I gotta do this. So you're already in that mindset. So I think it just takes a little bit of space POV, a little more collectivism here, a little less division, and you get this sort of collective good. A little more deliberation. And you get this sort of steady way instead of this fucking, I'm going this way, fuck you, you know. This is the Republican and the Democrat. It's to save us. It's not to save each other. It's to save us collectively. We don't want it to be, maybe I said that wrong, but we don't want it to be where it's like, I win and you lose. This is, how do you do that? 50% of the country. That's how it was, right? It was Trump 51 and Harris 49 or something. How? Are you nuts? The whole 49% for 4 years has no say? And if you win, then it's like, executive order, I get to take, give me the reins. Is that not fucking nuts? That's not a democracy. That's like two kings fighting over a scepter. That's not deliberation. That's not cooperation. That's fucking communism, man. That's a communist regime. But it doesn't look that way. It's like the changing of the regimes every 4 years. That's not democracy. That's not coming together and finding a solution. It's not respecting somebody's freedoms. And you've all been doing this since, well, not you all, but we've had this sort of way for a long time. We've had recessions have come and gone, and we've changed hands every 4 years or 8 years. Here, you take the scepter. Okay, I'll take it. You know. If the Congress is broken, and the president is the only one that's doing something, then you would think that would be a regime. At least I would. Like, we're on a fucking ball, you know? We don't have this POV. We don't have the UN. The UN's not as strong. The UN has the biases. We need a global regulator. We are evil people. We are greedy. We like money. If somebody was dangling from a cliff, this is all people. But if he had money, some people would take the money and drop the motherfucker. Some people wouldn't. We are greedy motherfuckers. I don't see this like, and maybe the UN didn't work out as it should have. Let me improve upon it. I don't see this like they had war after war, and then we're like, we gotta make a UN. We have to. Where agreements can happen over a table instead of a fucking battlefield. You know? The extreme right and the extreme left are the same fucking people. But you gotta admit, it's kind of crazy, huh? How every 4 fucking years. I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess if he would have won like 80-20, then it'd be like okay. But damn, 51-49, and then literally 49%. And I'm saying this if it would have turned out the other way as well. Then you would have had Republicans stewing and being like, man, those fucking bastards, you know? You know? We can do better than that, can't we? We can figure something out. Instead of the majority wins, we can figure something out, can't we? We can be smart. Efficient. I don't know. I was just thinking about that. And that's what I can offer. That's the only thing I can offer. It seems normal. It seems normal when you're on each side. When you're a Democrat and your Republican is an enemy, it seems normal. When you're a Republican and the Democrat, or when you're a Democrat and a Republican's your enemy, or when you're a Republican and a when you're a Democrat and Republican's your enemy, either or. It seems normal. It's like, oh, they're wrong. They're fucking country bumpkins, or they're city social collective people, or something. You know, there's poverty is poverty, and affordable housing is affordable housing. Money is money. Thank God we have Alaska. Thank God. Somebody was smart with that one. Thank God we have Alaska. You know, hell yeah. Alaska is gonna last us for the next 30 years. So, and that's a resource. I also love the fact that we have literal oil reserves, but I'm not going to go into that. I think this is a strange concept. So if you can do that, then who's to say that's not a tax? just a tax that you're paying that you don't even see. I think there is a future where the citizen would be okay with paying a tax. I know that sounds crazy, but I believe in a future where in the back of their head they know that the funds are going to be used in this way or for this, and then it's less of this, like, it's less of this fucking fight, I'm gonna avoid this, I'm gonna avoid this. And maybe it's because they spend it horribly, who knows? Maybe, the fucking Pentagon, all this shit. With the, I don't know, whatever fucking jet, the 1048 or whatever. The $1 billion terrorist jet. It's a lot of money. The informed citizen is a better off citizen. I love the word citizen. I don't know why. I guess because everyone's a part of the country. What else I got? Standardized schooling, group learning, state by state, history classes standardized, starting at the same time, some starting later than others, students able to connect with each other and connect on the material they're learning, competition between schools in a sense, gamified learning, more lectures, more inspiration, more field trips. All this. I mean, they're the fucking future, for fuck's sake. Like, they're like literally the future. So, school lunches, free school lunches, all this stuff. I don't have to say this stuff. You know this stuff. You just do whatever you do for yours to there, You know what to do. You know what's right. You know what to do. Jet or schooling. You know what to do. So, I don't have to say it. Standardization and synchronization is not completely bad. And I was going into religion too last night. I was going into fucking religion and how if we're a melting pot and the soup is America, we should have our national religion. We shouldn't have a fucking national religion. You keep it on the money if you want. You keep "In God We Trust" on the money. You keep all these things if you really want to, but to force it down somebody's fucking throat, this shit, that's not America. That's not American. We ought to not have a national. Our religion as a nation is Christianity. No. You don't do that. You don't tell somebody that. No. We ran from oppression. It's like kings saying our national religion is Islam, and you're like, the 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 basis, the baseline is no religion. Then we have freedom of religion. So you can have Christianity, you have Islam, you have Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism. What's some other ones? Satanism. Whatever isms. But then you have to be careful because people, they're fucking crazy. Some of them. Why'd you do that? Oh, he told me to. God told me to. You know, there's, anyway. I won't disparage you. But this, the baseline is no religion. That's the freedom right there. That's the fucking freedom. And then there's different religions. So to have a national religion, or to say that the country was founded on Christianity, and therefore we should all be Christians and Christ-like, is false. They had what they had. They believed in a God. They so happened to be in the creation of a country, and that's what happened. In us we trust. We the people, by the people, for the people. The people. I also don't understand how you would be behind a creator that creates a being and is like, if you have to believe in me, if you don't, then you're going to go to hell. And what's the incentive there? Well, I don't want to go to hell, so I guess I'll believe in him. So then, but that's a whole other thing. Alright. That's all I got. Hope that helps.